Hi, Pete.
Hey, how are you?
You guys were able to come back to home ice and get a win for the first time in this series, first team to do so on their home ice, and reestablish that advantage for yourselves. Now you have to just win one of the last two. How important was it to you guys to get the win today?
Yeah, I think obviously critical. We're a good home team. We take pride in playing at home all year. I think we have the best crowds in the league here, as you saw tonight, and the building's electric. And, it's a little uncharacteristic of us to lose the first two at home. I'm not even sure we deserved to lose two, but we did. But credit to our group. There wasn't a lot of believers at that point, and we went on the road into a tough environment and, kind of rolled up our sleeves and went to work. And, you look up and 6 days later, you got a 3-2 lead and a chance to close out the Stanley Cup champions. So work's not done yet. We've got some heavy lifting to do, but just proud of our group.
How did you feel about this third period? It seemed like you pushed even harder in this one than you did last one. I know you have to sit back.
I think we talked about not sitting back too much. It's tough, with that mindset because they've got some dangerous players. And, when you're playing from behind like that, you just start to take more chances. Your D start to jump in and activate a little bit more. So that creates some problems. And they got a few good looks, but I thought, it was the best 20 minutes of the playoffs for Jake in the third when we needed him. So, that's all part of it. I think I talked at the beginning of the playoffs. You need goaltending. You need special teams. You need heroes on different parts of your roster to step up with a big play or a big goal. And, right now we're getting contributions from all those things.
You're getting all those things, but you're also doing very well at 5-on-5. Like, what's going so well defensively at 5-on-5?
Well, you look at our numbers the last 2 years. We've been a really good defensive team. I don't think we're doing anything dramatically different. I mean, obviously, you have tremendous respect for their roster and their players, and what they're capable of. But I think our group has taken a lot of pride in defending all year, and I think our numbers show that.
Coach, did you get an explanation at all why the calls were called the way they were on those two plays involving Sagan in the second period?
Yeah.
Because replays made it look like maybe there's a gray area there.
Yeah. You know what? There was there was a lot going on in that game. There was a lot of emotions both ways. Some questionable hits, not questionable hits, some calls. So, I think it's all about managing it. You're not going to get all those calls to go your way. And I thought our group managed the emotions of the game tonight really well.
Hi, Pete. You mentioned how well Oettinger played in the third. It seems like every game in this series he gets better as the game goes on. Can you just talk about that and that big save on Stevenson?
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a history. When I look back just on my time with him last year, he really has the ability to go to another level at the most important time of a game, regardless of what's happened earlier in the game. And, that was the third period tonight. That was the third period the other night. He's got that mentality that great goaltenders do, that they can go to that next level at the most important point of the game.
Wyatt, we've marveled at him earlier.
Yeah.
Stankoven tonight, not only does he have the age, he's 171 pounds going against 220-pound defenseman, and he comes out of the pile a lot of times with the puck.
Yeah, I thought he might have been our best player tonight. Both those kids were outstanding again, but he was. I thought he was on the puck all night, hounding, moving his feet. Could have had a couple goals, created a big goal for us. Those kids have really made a big contribution for us.
Hey, Pete, you mentioned managing your emotions. Bruce talked earlier about the situation you went through last year with Jamie when he got suspended in the conference final. How much of that, I guess, for the group, was that a learning experience to handle those emotions and to kind of see it backfire, I guess, on the other side this time?
Well, I think any time you lose, in the playoffs, you know, the good teams use it to make themselves better, you know, and you talk about those things. And, you know, that was a part of the series last year, but there was other parts of the series too that, you know, some self-inflicted plays by us. You know, I'm thinking the game 6, you know, some bad pinches, some odd man, some things that, you know, we self-imploded at certain points in that series last year that, you know, we've talked about, and I think we're doing a real good job of not making it easy on them.
How important is it for your power play to capitalize the way that it did tonight?
Yeah, that's playoff hockey. You have to win the special teams battle. You know, you have to win the goaltending battle. Yeah, again, you know, we've had 2 top. You know, this isn't something that we've turned on. You know, we've got top 10 penalty kill and power play all year, just like our defensive game. So this isn't something that, you know, we've dialed up for the playoffs. And we're obviously playing a very good opponent, but, you know, it's been good all year, and I think, you know, it has to be. You don't just crank that stuff up in the playoffs.